still out there talking, y'all. Hey, how this supposed to be about Cena and Cody still talking? Cody been talking for about 5 minutes. Like he's still talking. What's going on? We gonna get to the review, but he's still talking. Hey, like he's still talking, y'all. Like the man's still talking. What's going on out here? Like they were saying, Cody, the only one out there still crying, looking at the shoes, and then she went over there and he just started talking. Dog, Cena is in the back. You can still go see John Cena. Cena is in the back, bro. Just go to the back. Cena, I promise you, John Cena is in the back. Please go, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all low key made it about Cody. And you know they gonna flip it to a storyline. God bless, God bless. Lafayette in the building. What's going on, Robert Brown? Cody always crying. He is. Cody always doing something. So what's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic, and I'm doing a couch vlog real quick because I got to get ready for church in the morning. Nobody tells you that. Remember that God loves you, Christ loves you, and I love you as well. Praying that you guys have a wonderful day. Make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home podcast, where I talk about professional wrestling topics and I put in my matches Classic Alpha. Make sure you also subscribe to C3 Ultimate Wrestling. That is me and my wife's professional wrestling company. We have all of our shows from the previous years and times on there. So make sure you look at the playlist. Also, get ready for February 21st, 2026, which is big business. Get your tickets on Eventbrite. It's in Dyer, Indiana, Harold's private venue. They're $5 off, but there'll be $5 more at the door. What's going on, Arshawn? Only for a little bit. I'm gonna try not to be long-winded today. Um, yeah. Long story short, this actually was a decent Saturday night's main event, but I had my problems. So let's go straight into it. God bless you, Robert. Obafemi versus Cody Rhodes was the first match. I thought Cena and Gunther's match was first, but I'm sure that they changed it to the end because I know Cena said he wanted to go first or whatever. They changed it. I do not understand why Cody needed to take. Yeah, he kind of did, but still, Oba and Cody was pretty good. Oba looks like $1,000,000. The fact that the crowd loved him and chanted his name shows that people have been looking at NXT and stuff. Oba, Oba, like people was going crazy. There was there was a couple Cody chants and stuff, but I think they did great. Cody stopped. Oba stopped Cody's punch up that he does. They also stopped the power slam. I've never seen a power slam being like that. Cody did dive out spot, a couple Cody cutters. Oba was just overpowering him, and I thought it was pretty good. Now, the problem happens when the match should have been a little bit longer than what it was. Like I understand that they were teasing a what if or whatever like that, and Oba was saying that his time was now and stuff. I understand that, but that match definitely could have been a lot longer than what it was. Drew came out when the crowd started pointing. I was like, "It's Drew, ain't it?" And it was like, "It was Drew." Drew started attacking Cody, then Oba attacked Drew, and then they double teamed him, and then now Cody has Oba's respect. Mind you, Cody was busted open. I don't know if it was his mouth or his ear, but still, I thought it was solid for what it was. I do wish that it was a longer match. So I'll say with that. Second match, Sol Ruka versus Bailey. Very competitive match. A couple sloppy spots. I know like Sol Ruka was trying to do something with the jump or whatever like that, and I think like I don't know. It looked hey, hey. It looked a little too premeditated. It didn't look that great. Bailey tried to put her up for like a fireman's carry, but then like she lost control of Soul, and Soul tried to like go into like a reverse pin or whatever. Like I said, like the match was okay. Crowd went crazy for the Soul Snatcher. What I didn't like was the end. She hit Bailey with the Soul Snatcher, and then Bailey was hanging off the side of the ring. Soul drug her back into the ring, Bailey went to roll her up, and then Soul reversed it to a win for a pinfall. Why didn't she just win after the Soul Snatch if you was gonna do all this extra stuff? I guess they didn't want Bailey to look weak, but still, it is what it is. Like it was, I can say it's okay. Um, Next match was it's Leon Slater and Javon Evans, the Bounty Boy, pause, versus Dragon Lee and AJ Styles. Great tag action. The younger men, they took advantage. They did super kicks. They did dive out spots. They set the pace. And then Dragon Lee and AJ Styles, they cut them off. Very good action. Very good dive out spots. A lot of good tag team stuff. Get off the TV. A lot of good tag team stuff. Near the end, AJ Styles went for a phenomenal forearm, and he phenomenally failed. Unfortunately, it happens. It's part of the show. Then he eventually caught Leon Slater and gave him the Styles Clash for the win. Leon did a 450 Swanton bomb. I have never seen that. I also wanted to bring up that highlight. I thought that was pretty good. That was pretty impressive. My wife was watching it with me, and she definitely loved the action that all four of these men did. Yeah. Impromptu match between The Miz and Joe Hendry because Ron Cena came out and he basically said, what's going on, Tessa? He basically said, hey, you took somebody else's chance to go against John Cena. It was Joe Hendry. So there was an impromptu match. Ron Cena, and Joe Hendry did 5 knuckle shuffles and stuff, and then Joe Hendry hit his move and pinned him 1, 2, 3. Impromptu match. Final match: John Cena versus Gunther. Gunther comes out first. I want to say this sidebar. My wife knew that this was John Cena's last match. She just didn't know who he was facing last. So what happened was when they showed Gunther, she was like, "Oh, he facing Gunther?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she said, "Oh, SHIT. Jesus believer, what's going on? Dang, dog, Cena's last match up. We're definitely talking about it right now." John Cena, people are anticipating, let's go Cena, let's go Cena, let's go Cena. Goes dark, people go crazy. He comes out, they're singing the song. You can't see me, my time is now. The entrance is showing his shirts. He shows Stu. The WWE Triple H did not want him to see Stu. They did not want to show Stu because as soon as it went to Stu, it clicked back off to another angle post Stu. John Cena comes out. Like I said, I knew that this match was going to be slow paced. I also like that Gunther gave Cena the ring so he can get the respect. Like I said, we knew that Gunther was going to basically pick him apart. And then Cena started doing the shoulder tackles and he started doing the proto bombs. Then the you can't see me's, and then eventually the attitude adjustments. During this time, Gunther was chopping John Cena. John Cena had a lot of red marks and welts on his body from the chops. The shotgun drop kick that Gunther does was pretty good. Like I said, I'm trying to say it as quick as I can because it was a lot, but it wasn't a lot at the same time. John Cena hit a lot of attitude adjustments, and Gunther kicked out of every one of them. He kicked out of the avalanche. And you guys know how I feel about finishers, right? I was just like, yeah, I think he gave too many attitude adjustments and stuff. He gave one through the announce table, off the top rope. He gave one from, getting out of the sleeper hold and stuff like that. So some people probably was like, well, maybe he won't tap out. Maybe he'll actually win his final match. And then near the end, John Cena, was in the sleeper hold. Referee checked his arm 3 times. Third time, he did the hustle, loyalty, respect. People went crazy for it. Went up one time. Gunther started giving them the elbows. Put the sleeper hold back into him. John Cena smiled like, well, this is fine, and tapped out gingerly. Soon as it happened, people said BS, BS, F Triple H, BS, BS, BS. Now I'm going to say this. The match drew emotion, which was one of the main things that they wanted to do. The main thing that they wanted to do was they wanted to draw emotion. And I think they succeeded with that. They succeeded with emotion. They succeeded with, is John Cena going to tap out? Because he never gives up. Why would John Cena tap out? Because he never gives up. He never gives up. Mama, go tell Cam to stop making that noise, okay? So, still, He actually gave up. I kind of don't like how he did it, smiling, but still, I understand why they did it like that. But I don't. That doesn't mean I per se agree with it. My thing is this: what they have done with, excuse me, y'all. What they have, hey, what they have done with John Cena about the never give up stuff. He actually gave up his final match. Now, I know a lot of people, I only say that for the aesthetic of the kids because, the kids live with that moniker of the hustle, loyalty, respect, and stuff like that, and then the never give up. And then somebody gave up. He gave up. The guy who doesn't give up gave up. And the way he gave up was crazy. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but still, I understand why. And I know that some people are, it's probably John Cena's doing for saying, hey, I want to give up in my final match. The crowd, it took a while. It kind of reminded me of how, like, when Undertaker lost the streak to Brock Lesnar, because even though it was like people didn't think it was going to happen, and I think that was like sort of the same reaction, because even after the match, people booed the mess out of Gunther, which is what they should have did, because Gunther retired Goldberg and now Cena. Cena tapped out, and like I said, people saying BS, BS. They was even saying it to John Cena. John Cena was like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He was smiling because he knew that people was gonna be mad at this. Yeah, they wanted Gunther to be strong, but a pin would have. Yeah, I do think a pin would have done the same thing, but now Gunther can brag about tapping John Cena out. I don't think they needed to do it. Because, and the thing about it is that John Cena for the past few years, he's been giving back. He's lost to younger talent. He's lost to Solo and Austin. And, he ran it back with Roman and lost to Roman. And even people his age, Brock, he lost to Brock and just lost to Dom not too long ago, the Intercontinental Belt. So, he's been in a giving move. So even if, it would have been okay if he would have won. I don't think it would have hurt Gunther. I know people are going to say, well, Gunther needed to win, but now Gunther is the Reaper. And I think that if y'all have any guys that want to retire or thinking about like retiring soon, Gunther is the guy to call, honestly. Shout out to Gunther. I know like a lot of people are going to give hate to Gunther, but don't give hate to Gunther. I know people are going to miss John Cena. I mean, John Cena is considered one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. The tribute packages, all two of them was dope. It was good to see, and we'll see where it goes from here. John Cena, I'm sure, has a lot of other things lined up. Shout out to him for trying to wrestle as much as he did. Outside of like how I feel about certain things and how he carried himself with certain interviews, the man is considered one of the greatest for a reason. Like I said, I do think this is a match that a lot of other people are going to watch more from time to time. A lot of people don't like Triple H. I think the thing is, and let me say this, because some people are like, well, y'all know this was John's doing. It's not Triple H doing. I think the fact is this. If John Cena wanted to go first, why didn't John Cena go first? Because Triple H threw the weight around. And I don't want to just say Triple H. I want to group Triple H and TKO in the same thing. I want to group them both because they are the figureheads and obviously the authority of it, more TKO than Triple H. So obviously he probably said he wanted to do it, and TKO said, nah, we want you to be in the main event, because I was expecting them to wrestle first, but that just didn't happen. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at this match as I was that he lost the IC title by getting beaten up by women. Yeah, it's crazy. So still, I'm like looking at the live chat now. It's on pause, and people are saying, fire Triple H. We want Vince. We want Vince. Fire Triple H. Fire Triple H. And that goes into what I say about like some people just be forgetting about why people are not longer with the company. People hate Triple H. I mean, even the crowd, when John Cena went to hug Triple H, they was booing Triple H. Like they wanted nothing to do with Triple H and what is going on, and this is BS, this is BS. Now, we all know that John Cena wanted to lose his last match. I was laughing because Triple H, yeah, he got booed bad. Triple H is not a good person to speak about certain things and certain stuff, right? So he needs to avoid talking on Pat McAfee. He needs to avoid talking on CVV. He needs to avoid it because I don't think he does a great job with damage control. Cena didn't do a great job with damage control, but Cena was retiring, and that's why people still loved John Cena. Yeah, he got booed bad, and to me that is telling. That is telling of people are just sick of it. Now, I don't think that people are just straight booing him because of this booking decision. I think it's part of it, but I also think that people just tired, boss. They just got tired of Triple H. I think this was the final straw on Camel's back. They're going to blame TKO. They're going to blame Triple H, and Triple H is the one that they see, so they're going to get on Triple H. So Triple H is going to get this. Now, I've said from this beginning of the year, I'm like, Triple H, man, you moving wrong, man. You kind of doing some wrong things, brother. You ain't doing right. You know, these PLEs ain't it. Y'all playing it safe. Now, this was a pretty solid Saturday night's main event. I actually resubbed to Peacock to watch this. So that just shows you how interesting it was for me. I can't smoke the angry stash, but yes, I do agree Craig needs to get better and do. He needs to get fired. No, he needs help. Triple H is done. Yeah, Triple H, he needs a new direction. He needs a new direction with certain things. Like I said, some of the stories are interesting and then some of them are not, right? You see what you're doing? I said stop. Some of the direction is good and some of it is just bad. But like usually like the storylines with matches and stuff, those are the things that don't make a lot of sense sometimes. It's just like, okay, we're just going to do this because we want to do it. Like, to be honest, stop. For a format of Saturday night's main event, I think they should do that more often. You should have WWE guys going against like the NXT guys or gals and stuff like that. I do think that format works a lot better than just trying to continue storylines that's with bad matches, because sometimes the continued storyline matches aren't that good. Like if you want to have something that's quote unquote non-canon or you can promote it as side quest, why don't y'all do stuff like that? Because I think that was a great job having Oba and Cody, even though the match should have been longer still, but even having like Javon and Leon go against Dragon Lee and AJ, like doing stuff like that is pretty cool. I think like do fresh matchups with that. A Saturday night's main event, like make it seem like it's just something that people will want to see. So you guys have a solid roster on NXT and on Raw and SmackDown. So start showcasing your NXT stuff. Saturday night's main event NXT. Call it that if you want to. But still, as far as Triple H being done, obviously like the money is already made. And that's why I've said it's bad enough that the money is already made, because now people are like, well, we could do anything because we already at the dance. We already got the tickets. But still, that's what we got. That's what we got for a Saturday night's main event. John Cena has tapped out in his final match. And then even after that, Cody Rhodes was speaking for about a good 5 to 10 minutes about why it's so emotional. Like, this is why people are booing Triple H. They're going to say this is also Triple H's fault. Even if it's just Cody's fault, they're going to blame Triple H for allowing Cody to stay out there, because Cody was there crying, boo-hooing. And then the lady was like, why don't you go there and see why he's crying? And he's, oh, man, just to see it happening. Like, mind you, John Cena is in the back. You can go see John Cena. Like, you can take a picture and cry with him. He's in the back. He made it seem like he ascended into heaven or something after he took his shoes and socks off and wristbands. Now he ain't taking his socks off, but still, y'all, he act like that man went to Crossroads so he won't be lonely. Like, what? Why did you had him talking and stumbling and stuff like that? Go see that man. That man is literally behind the scenes, literally back there. Go backstage. I'm sure as soon as you would have went backstage, Cena was right there still hugging people, saying thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. But I do want to say, as I'm about to leave, John Cena has a great career. I think he's motivated a lot of people with wrestling and stuff like that. And like I said, drawing of emotions. I ain't even gonna lie. I bought his final shirt. I did. I bought his final shirt. I'm probably gonna have it framed up next to my Kobe jersey that I have. I do those kind of things sometimes. Definitely gonna have it up there. I was just like, okay, cool. It was a nice looking shirt or whatever like that. WWE shop, y'all some crooks though, man. $50 for a t-shirt. Who would have thunk it? But still. Cena's an alumni. He's going to be in the picture a good amount of. Yeah, he's going to be backstage. He's going to help people and stuff like that. And I do think that he would have great insight of who will be the future of the company for sure. So, like I said, him losing to Gunther, like it helps Gunther because Gunther could be the guy that retires the guys that are older that wants to leave. Maybe if the Miz wants to go, or AJ, or Brock. Can you see? Imagine him and Brock. Oh my gosh! Like if you can have this guy as the one to have people on the way out, it'll definitely be dope. But I did want to speak about it for a bit. Well, tell me what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.